job seekers find opportunities. On this slide, I think it's very most important that I tell you that we have served more than 70 individuals and helped them to find employment. And we collaborated with 2,000 employers plus and have also administered over $3 million in federal and philanthropic funds. We concentrate our efforts with our 10 American Job Centers and other community-based organizations on high growth, high demand industries such as, and you can read them from there, but you can see construction is also one of those. Very, very important. Our vision is every person has the opportunity to build a career and every business has the talent to grow and compete, not only in the global economy, but in the local economy, because that helps us here. The mission, we're not going to read that, but you can see certainly that we are effectively managing anywhere between 50 and 56 agencies. 10 of those are American Job Centers, the comprehensive centers, and the others are community-based organizations and other agencies that support our job seekers in helping them find placement, training, and resources. This slide represents pretty much what I said, the overview of the system. We are looking at our most important customers being the job seeker on the left and the employer on the right. And the partnership is turning the wheel. We are making sure that everybody gets connected to training, career coaches, the employer. We connect these job seekers to the employer. We have a business service team, and then we all work together to make sure that you get talent pipeline information, career pathways. We help the employers to find ways to creatively fund some of the things they'd like to do, such as development and training of their existing employees and bringing on new talent such as yourself. Okay. The 10 American Job Centers are listed here. I'm going to send this to Maurice so he can send it out because you can't read it here. It's very, very small. But I want to tell you that we do have 5 located within the city of Chicago. The South American Job Center, which is located at Daly College, West Side American Job Center at 605 South Albany, Mid-South American Job Center, and that's at 43rd and Cottage Grove, the Near West American Job Center on 18th Street in Pilsen, and the Northwest American Job Center at Truman College. The other 5 are in the suburban areas, so you can take a look at that when I send it to him. He can email that out to you. Some of the resources I wanted to give you today also is going to come to you in the email he sends you. And Illinois WorkNet has a lot of assessments. Before we start talking about jobs, I really wanted you to focus a little bit on transferable skills. We're all pretty much looking, in your case, for construction opportunities. But let's say that you're not ready for it or construction is not ready for you. Either way, you want to take those transferable skills and do an inventory of what they are and how they can transfer into other opportunities in other areas, other sectors. Illinois WorkNet is a fantastic place to go to take a look at skill assessments. ONET Online, if you go onto that website, you will find that you can not only search for jobs that you're aware of, but you can put in titles that you want to see what those jobs represent, and then they give you all of the skills and the knowledge you need to go into those areas. I am going to actually take us to ONET Online, my next move. That's I think my next slide. So I actually put a slide in there. So when you get to this slide, you'll see that you can put a search in the keywords, and in those keywords, you can select something there. You can browse careers by industry, and you can just say, hey, I want to do this, and you put that in, they'll give you some resources. So I selected CDL driver. I put that in the search engine for this site. And when I did that, it brought up all of these things that careers that you can possibly look into in terms of that if you wanted to be a CDL driver. So they not only hit CDL, but they tell you related fields to CDL. So I selected rail and track because I thought that was something interesting, and it might be certainly a transferable option for you. So once I put in rail and track, it came back with everything you need to know, the knowledge, the skills, and the abilities that you have to have. So let's say, for instance, you're looking at hand and finger coordination. You're looking at controlling movement, visual understanding. These are things and abilities you would need to have to take this job on as an option. And it tells you the basic skills, problem solving, what you need to do. So if this is something you know is not in your skill set, that opportunity probably would not be for you. And if you do, then go for it. Okay. The partnership has a very extensive website. On our website, and they refer to us as the partnership. We're the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership, but most people just say the partnership. On our website, if you go there, there is a Hiring Now page where there are more than 80 employers. I went there this morning just to check to see the numbers. There's about 80 employers listed there, and all of their information and their job listings are there with the job descriptions in some cases. And you can click on this link when you get this email, and it'll take you directly to that. I went there this morning to find, or this late yesterday, to find some opportunities. So I looked at SC Electric Company. If you look down that list, there's a lot of machinists, there's assemblers. So I thought that it would be very behooving to you to take a look at some of those opportunities there, because there would be transferable things such as manufacturing. So that's one of the companies I looked at. From there, we have Blue. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, because I'm getting a couple of questions.
Okay.
This was from Robert Guzman. During COVID-19, are all American Job Centers in Cook County having or virtual orientations?
Okay, I can answer that. I cannot say all of them are ready for virtual yet, but most of them are. They're doing virtual, and I'll let Ron Hearns is on the line, speak to his center. He'll be talking and speaking in regards to the West Side American Job Center. He'll tell you what he has to offer. But I know they are preparing, and if they're not ready, they're very close to being ready. Those centers are all working remotely. I do know that for 100%. So if you call them, everybody seems to have a little different way that they're taking intake. So you may call and they may be giving you an extension to follow up with, or you may call and someone is monitoring the line, or you may call and get a voicemail saying that we will return your call. But they are all working remotely, so you can contact them at this time. Okay.
Awesome. And then before you continue, I just want to make sure that everyone knows that this is recorded, and this will also be on our website as well as all social media. And then two, I know I saw a couple of you had a hand raised. Add your questions to the comments, and then we'll be sure to get to it after the presentations. All right, that's all I have.
All righty. So in addition to those opportunities I looked at on our website, we do have a relationship with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. So this is an opportunity that's coming online. The closing date for this opportunity is May the 29th, coming up really, really close. It's for a senior claims technician in Morgan Park, $16.80 an hour. And if you would be interested in this opportunity, I have an email address there. You will need to complete the online application and the assessment. And once you have done that, then you can email that resume to Skills for Chicagoland's Future, which is one of our partner agencies that we work with. They're a business intermediator, and they actually work with Blue Cross Blue Shield directly. But you must complete the online application and the assessment, and then you're going to contact Mr. Thompson at Skills for Chicagoland's Future. Okay, KRA. You'll be speaking with them in just a little bit, but I do have some opportunities I'd like to represent for them on their behalf. There's two opportunities. Introspect Youth Services at 43 North Cicero. And you can see what they're looking for there as an educational talent search program advisor. The salary is listed and the BOE is based on experience, and a few other opportunities. So if you are interested in any of these opportunities, you can contact Nicole Morrison, who's on the line. She is a business service representative with the KRA American Job Center. Her email address is included there. Fifth Third Bank, we have a direct relationship with them, and they're hiring for full-time positions with benefits. Most of those positions can be completed. Some of them are remote opportunities, but most of them are full-time positions within the banks. So if you would like to go to their website and find an opportunity that fits you, go ahead and apply for that opportunity, take the assessment, and then send your resume. And you'll see on here, you're going to send a copy to me and one of my coworkers. So we have a direct relationship with them. So please take a look and see what they have to offer and apply. FEMA is doing a lot of work, as you can imagine, based on COVID-19 disaster recovery. So go to their website, please, and take a look and see what jobs they have. It's under usa.gov. Once you get there, you will see that some of those jobs are remote. You can work remotely in those positions. They do give veterans a priority. However, everyone should apply. You have to create a profile first, and then you submit the application. If you submit an application, you can also send that to us so that we can interact on your behalf once you've submitted the application to FEMA. I also said, well, let me go outside of our organization and just see what else there is to offer. So think about things like this opportunity, which is project management. Project management, this one is for a structural steel company, which is certainly, if you can see and you're reading this in this description, must have experience in construction and no blueprint reading. So you may have that. If you have those skills, certainly I think it would be worthwhile to take a look at that. This listing is what's on Indeed, so I don't have any relationship with the employer or anything else, but I thought we don't want to limit ourselves when we start to look for opportunities. We want to be able to be very flexible and nimble and go and looking in all areas. The state of Illinois, you may have heard Governor Pritzker's address, and he talked about Get Hired Illinois. That's a new site that they have created for employers, job seekers alike. I just did a screen capture of that. As you can see at the bottom, there's a screen just for job seekers. And they also say that they're going to have some virtual hiring events coming up. So the first events are anticipated to begin the last week of May. So I would go to their website to look for opportunities as well. Okay. Well, that's what I have. I also wanted to just tell you that when you go to our website, as I said before, we have over 80 employers on our site. Be sure to take a look at that. Let's see. I'm going to try to stop sharing my screen now. Okay. All right. So those employers are listed there. Our American Job Centers, as I said before, are prepared to talk to you about all kinds of things. I didn't go into so much. There's so much that you can, so many resources when you go to one of our American Job Centers or contact them. And I'll let Ron do the heavy lifting on that. But I just want to say that we have, I had my notes here, and I think it's in the beginning of the presentation, where we have funded a lot of these agencies and community-based organizations so that they can support you. They support you. We support the employers. They support the employers as well. And it's a good, round, well-rounded oiled machine if we all are working together. So I would like to introduce Ron Hearns, who's going to speak to you next. And he's with the Westside American Job Center. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Pat. I appreciate the introduction. Hello, everyone. So I'm the director of the Westside American Job Center, and as Pat mentioned, there are 10 strategically located on the northwest side. As far northwest as Arlington Heights, coming through the city where there are 5, mine on the west side, and then one in the south, 5 in the 2 in the south suburbs, one at Prairie State, one at Harvey, the Illinois Department of Employment Security, and a few others on the west side. So basically what we are doing is providing all of our services virtually right now. We have orientations. They take place on Monday and Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. There are Zoom meetings. If you're interested, if anyone is interested or any of your constituents are interested, all they have to do is to call front desk at 773-722-3885 and then leave a voicemail message. And one of the staff, either Jeannie or Kelly, will call you back. Most likely, Kelly will call you. Kelly Butler is our trainer. She's the one conducting the orientation. Her email address is kbutler, B-U-T-L-E-R, @kra.com. She will send you a link, a Zoom link for the orientation. Once you begin orientation, you will also be invited to our job readiness training, which is resume writing on Tuesday afternoons at 1 p.m. and then interviewing techniques on Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. She will then connect you with a career coach. That career coach will begin a suitability suitability assessment. Depending on what your needs are, if you desire to go straight into employment, then we will put you on the path for employment. If you want to go into training, then we will actually put you on the path for training, and then employment would take place after. We provide individual training accounts. They're called ITAs. They are in the following industries: manufacturing, transportation, distribution, logistics, IT, healthcare, business and professional services, hospitality management. It's the services industry, which include hospitality management, culinary arts, retail, and then also construction. The vouchers could potentially go up to $8,000. We provide bus passes. For the construction industry, for example, we will actually provide work boots, tools. We cover books, supplies. All of that information is included. As long as the program is WIOA certified, and you can find out if it's WIOA certified by going to Illinois WorkNet. As long as it's WIOA certified, and you've got a number of different training providers in those 7 industries I mentioned that actually offer the training programs, and they will list what their expenses are: the tuition, books, supplies, any fees. They'll cover all of that information on that website. You can choose locations that are close to your home most times, so all you'd have to do is do a query. What the career coaches at the Westside American Job Center and the other American Job Centers will do is to request that you explore the field that you're looking into. They're also going to give you some homework to do, some career exploration in that field. And then we'll begin processing the paperwork, the financial paperwork to process the voucher. But currently, all of the services are virtual. We've already processed 25 individual training accounts during the past 9 weeks that we've been working from home. So, as I said, orientation, job readiness training, the one-on-one career coach suitability assessments, all that's being done. The eligibility is also being done. We're working with the partnership with DocuSign, but in the meantime, during the interim, we are allowing customers to copy their information, put it into an encrypted PDF file, and then that way your information remains confidential. We're able to view the information and upload the documents so that the eligibility piece is taken care of. So that's orientation, job readiness training, the suitability assessment, career exploration, the eligibility, all of those steps that allow us to register you are being done online right now via Zoom, via PDF, and DocuSign. So through the Career Connect portal. So we work, if you don't know what you want to do, and the career coach will help you explore different careers. We'll also provide you information through where are the jobs reports. These are reports on labor market information. It comes directly from the Department of Labor, and it's put together by the partnership, our funder, the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership. So you'll have a chance to learn about the different careers, learn about the openings in those particular careers, learn about what the projected salary is going to be over the next 10 years in those industries. So that's kind of a synopsis of what it looks like to go through the registration process virtually. We will probably continue providing some of the services virtually, even when we move to phase 3 of the reopening of Chicago and the center. So all of that will be done, hopefully, we hope, within the next 30 days. So we'll see what happens. We work with employers also, not just for direct referrals for employment, but we also have opportunities for on-the-job training. On-the-job training is where we reimburse employers part of your salary. So KRA and the other agencies operating these centers, we work with employers. We create these on-the-job training agreements with the employers, and the on-the-job training agreements will reimburse the employer 50% of the wages for our candidates. And if it's a small company with less than 50 employees, it could go up to 75%. So it's a great incentive to get employers to give our customers, these candidates, an opportunity that they wouldn't normally have. And then after the completion of that agreed upon amount of time that the candidate is going to be working with the employer, going through some additional training that's over and above regular new employee training. It could be for 3 months. It could go up to 6 months. At the end of that time, the employer submits their copies of the pay stub, and then we process a reimbursement for that employer. That's for the adult and dislocated worker program. And then for youth, we've got a program called WEX, it's a work experience program, where we actually will pay the salary for that youth for 20 hours a week, 6 weeks. And it's an incentive to get the employer to hire these youth who are normally between the ages of 18 and 24. They're being called opportunity youth. But those are just some of the opportunities that we have for the employer. There's also customized training. There's incumbent worker training. So those are some of the business services that we provide at the American Job Center. And then I also mentioned the ITA process and the amounts and the industries that individuals can be trained on. I guess I better pause for any questions.
Yeah, I noticed that Stephen, I want to say that's his name. Yeah, Stephen had a question. I don't know if he's still on the line or not. I hope he is, because I was quite interested in wanting to know what he said. He didn't put it into the comments. In the meantime, I do appreciate you both for actually providing actual jobs. A lot of times, and I can understand the impatience and the urgency for some individuals, but if it's not right in the pocket of, I want a job today, help me get that job today, some people are not hearing that, but the number of jobs that you presented and the information about your organization, I do appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Stephen, are you there? You had a question. You're on mute right now. I muted you. I'm sorry. Where you at? Oh, can you unmute yourself, Stephen? Are you able to do that? There you go. Did you have a question?
Yeah, so I wanted to find out, how does someone get the training to get hired for a contact tracer for this COVID-19?
You said a contract tracing?
The contact tracing program?
Yeah.
Did you want to take that one, Pat?
I would have to research the site, but that's going to be through the state of Illinois right now. So, Maurice, I'll certainly get that information for you and find out exactly what sites are taking it. I understand from some meetings I have been privy to that they're going to work with the Department of Public Health, and that Department of Public Health then will work with the agencies that they normally work with to hire through. So I'll find out who those agencies are and how you can place applications in, and I'll share that with Maurice. He'll in turn share that with you. Thank you for that question.
All right, thank you.
Actually, and thank you, Robert, for that link. Robert, if you, Stephen, if you go into the comments, there's a link for, there's an interest form for contact tracing.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you. I see this is the Department of Public Health, so that's great. Thank you.
Any other questions before we move on?
Not for me.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you both again. I hope you guys can stay on. I know you have other engagements, but I would, for as long as you can, I would hope you stay on. Next up, we're going to talk to Potter Griselda, and if I pronounced this wrong, I did it last time, and I apologize. Paedra.
Hi. Almost, yes, almost. Hi, everyone.
I told you I'm better at French than I am in Spanish.
That's okay. No worries. So, hi, everyone.
Hold on.
My name is Griselda Piedra, and I am from Poder. And we're actually in the south side of Chicago. So we're on 61st and Pulaski on the second floor of Marquette Bank. But I also have a presentation to share with you. So give me 1 second while I set that up.
And again, we are going to be recording this. So those of you who might have joined later, we're going to have it on our website as well as on our social media as well. So IGTV, YouTube, you'll have it on all those platforms.
Hi, so can you see my screen with the actual PowerPoint, or is it just the PowerPoint application?
It's the PowerPoint.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to start off with just the first slide, who we are. We are an immigrant integration center where we are focusing on, helping increase employment potential and facilitate participation in the larger community. We offer English as a second language, which we call integrated English classes, as well as our workforce development programs, which will be highlighted in today's presentation. Our immigrant integration model consists of integrating not only our English literacy skills, but also civic engagement, digital literacy, life skills, financial literacy, and job skills. And as I mentioned, we're located on 61st and Pulaski, so on the second floor of Marquette Bank. This is the site where we have all of our morning classes, as well as our workforce development training programs. We have 2 other evening sites. These sites are located on 64th and Kedzie and 55th and Sawyer, but those are mostly for our integrated English courses. So what we do, as I mentioned, we have our integrated English and our workforce development training programs. And so for our workforce development training programs, we focus on our customer service training, which comes with a certification from the Customer Service Institute of America. We also have our Latinos in Finance. This is our banking program. And we also have our insurance licensing, property and casualty training program, which is focusing on that, getting your property and casualty state of Illinois license. We also have our social enterprise called Oprima Uno. This is our call center and staffing solutions. Aside from all of this, we integrate career counseling, goal setting, job readiness, resume writing, interview prep, job placements, and retention. And let me just clarify what retention means for us. So retention means just giving you that follow-up, ensuring that when you are employed with whether our insurance agency partners or bank partners or other companies that have worked closely with Poder and have hired you, we want to continue being in contact with you, just ensuring that everything is going well, during your first month, during your second month, third month, and so forth. So we're there to support you in whatever you might need. So again, just to focus a little bit more on our 3 workforce development training programs, our customer service our bilingual insurance licensing program, and then our Latinos in finance. And as I mentioned, we're located on the second floor of Market Bank. They are one of our main partners as well. And we work very closely with them too. Here's just a timeline of how our programs work. So our customer service training is actually going to start May 22nd, which is this Friday. It ends June 19th. It's a 5-week training program, and I'll go into more details after this slide. But I wanted to give you just a highlight of the timeline of our training programs. Customer service, as you see, is on the top of our timeline, which means this is a prerequisite training program to participate in either our insurance licensing program or our banking program. Our insurance licensing program is starting on July 9th, and then our banking program will start on June 1st. Both of these programs come with job placement, and we're looking at having job placement towards August of this year. And again, we know that this is a little farther down the road, but it does take practice and these trainings to help you get to that job placement. And we work really close with you to ensure that you're ready and that you are hired by the time that you've completed our training programs. So if you look on the screen, there's a lot of great adverbs and adjectives and everything that will really describe you, right? So if you are coachable, if you're a team player, most of all, if you're a problem solver, if you are responsible and a hard worker, then this program is definitely for you. We love working with individuals that are committed and are willing to put forth their best to ensure that they complete our training programs and then become hired. Those are the individuals that we're looking for our training program. So let me talk to you a little bit about our customer service training. So as I mentioned, this is a 5-week training. This training requires you to attend class once a week. With the current COVID situation, all of our trainings are virtual at the moment. So for customer service, we utilize Zoom as the communication platform, as well as the Google Classroom to help ensure that you are receiving all the material, that you are getting the best that you can out of this training in the virtual setting. Our training will help you understand the importance of customer service and how it affects business relationships. It also helps you enhance your communication skills. We focus a lot on teamwork and working together as a team, but we also work on goal setting, time management, sales skills. We talk a lot about how to deal with difficult situations, not so much as how to deal with a difficult person, because it's not the person, it's the situation that you're in that causes conflict at times. And so we work around all of that. At the end of this 5-week training program, you do receive a certification from the Customer Service Institute of America, and it is recognized nationwide. This certification is something that all of our partners, whether it's an insurance partner or a bank partner, they are looking for this in your resume. This customer service training is in Spanish. The material is available in English. If you are looking at only taking it in English, there is a way that you can do this without having to attend the actual, weekly sessions, but we would work on a more individual basis to complete this training. So by all means, feel free to reach out if you're interested in this training. Our bilingual insurance licensing program, it is also, again, as it says on there, bilingual. So all of the instruction and the materials will be in Spanish. It is available in terms of receiving the material in English, but our main focus is for the bilingual component of it. All of our partner agencies are looking for bilinguals in Spanish to ensure that they are educating the Spanish-speaking community in the South Side and in all over Chicago and the neighboring communities around outside in the suburbs as well. We actually partner up with State Farm, as you see in this picture. State Farm is one of our big partners, as well as Allstate and Farmers Insurance. You do, at the end of this training program, test with Pearson VUE to get your license in property and casualty. So this license does come from the state of Illinois. With this comes, again, receiving career counseling and full-time job placement. So we work with you to, again, make sure that your resume is ready, that you are ready for your interviews. Our training program covers the cost of what initially would have been your responsibility if you were to interview and get hired by an agency on your own. So what we do is we help provide that initial investment support in getting this license by covering the cost of your pre-licensing seminar, covering the cost of 2 tries of each of your licensing exams, as well as covering the cost of your license. And this license is yours, so there's no thinking of, oh, well, Bodaire paid for my license, so I guess Bodaire keeps my license. Not at all. This is all yours. We just help with the process of ensuring that you have all the financial support to become fully licensed so that you can work as an insurance agent with one of our agencies. Here are some of the opportunities that come along with getting your certification, your license. Usually you would start as an entry level if you were not licensed at first. So this is before you start your process. This is if you were to do this on your own. When you do the program with us, you actually join the insurance industry already licensed. So you already come in with a higher base salary. And on top of that, you add commission. From there, there's different ways, right? I have 3 opportunities here. You can become an agency manager. You can continue your career licensed sales professional by adding more licenses, or you become an agency owner. We help you with all that process, and all of our partner agencies are very supportive and become mentors to ensure that any of your goals, that they can help you and ensure that you meet your goals. Our Latinos in Finance program is our main banking program. So we partnered up with Bank of America, as well as Marquette Bank, First American Bank, JP Morgan Chase. We've partnered up with Citibank, US Bank, PNC Bank. We're working closely with several banks in the community and all over Chicago. And our training program is an 8-week training program. You actually come to class 2 days a week. In this case, it would be virtual again. All of the instruction and materials are in English. You are learning from professional trainers and banking experts. You're really focusing in on those banking compliance regulations. We make sure that you are ready to, start your career as a client client representative in the banking industry. And by all means, once you're in this program, based on your skill set, based on what, previous employment, there are possibilities of going in different levels in the banking industry. Here are some of the career opportunities for a client service representative. So you can start off as a client service representative and then work your way into a licensed personal banker, a branch manager, or a district bank manager. I mean, there are no limits depending on your interest and your willingness to grow within an organization or within a company. We seek partners that will help you and will help influence these positive outcomes for you. We also, to help with this process, we have our workforce specialist. His name is Mark Smearsek, and he currently is our main resource go-to person, right? Anyone who is currently in the need of accessing food pantries, accessing healthcare, accessing now jobs, because we understand that our trainings do take time. Our customer service training is a 5-week process. Our insurance training is a 2-week process. Our our training in Latinos in Finance is an 8-week process. We understand that's a long time. And so Mark works in getting you now jobs for now with the intention that you will continue with our training programs, that you will then, switch over to now your career. So that's one of our main goals. But if these programs are not what you're looking for, Mark will be more than happy to work with you to help you locate that job that you are looking for or seeking. He will make sure that your resume is up to date as well. He will help you and guide you through that application process. So feel free to reach out to him. He is located at the Bretton Park Neighborhood Council office at 4477 South Archer Avenue. Because of COVID right now, everyone is remote, so you can call or text at the number listed on the screen, which is 773-362-1073, or feel free to email him. And again, he will work with you to ensure that, if you are having issues with internet connectivity, he can help you with that. With any type of resources, our goal is to get you connected to all of the organizations in the community. Next step, so how do you register for our training program? So there's 2 ways. The first way would be clicking this form that you see on your screen. So this form is your registration, your step 1 of the registration. Once you enter your name, your contact information, and the programs that you're interested in, you will receive a call and or email from one of our staff members with the next steps. That's one opportunity of how to register for our classes. Our second one would be by calling or texting our main number, and then we will reach out and provide that information for you. All of those details I will provide to Maurice so that he can send it out at the end of this presentation. This is the enroll via text. So you could just text again 312-226-2002. We recommend adding your name and then the number of the program that you're interested in enrolling. And again, as I mentioned, we will reach out and continue the process for you. So we try to make it as easy as possible to take advantage of any of our resources. And again, thank you for the opportunity of talking about our programs. And we hope that even if one of our programs is not a good fit for you, that you do reach out to Mark, and we would be more than happy to assist in finding the program that is a good fit for you.
Quick question, Griselda.
Yes.
So with your, you mentioned about your insurance program being mostly for Spanish speakers, or is for Spanish speakers, not even mostly. What about Latinos for Finance? I did see in the presentation that was one African-American person in the presentation, in the room, but is that open to all groups?
So it is bilingual, meaning you don't have to be Hispanic to take part. It just means that you are able to speak Spanish. So we've had individuals that are not Mexican and are able to, or are not, Hispanic, but speak the language. Depending on the instructor, there might be flexibility in adding other individuals if they don't speak Spanish.
Okay.
But it's a case by case, correct?
Okay, so yeah, I definitely wanted, because it was something I was curious about. Even I know we have a lot of Spanish-speaking individuals and Hispanic individuals who come into our office, so I thought it was important that you would be on this line. But
thank you.
But yeah, absolutely. And then but I know some of the individuals on this line may not speak Spanish or just don't speak Spanish at all, and your opportunities are great. Your opportunities are great. So we was hoping that that they're open to non-Spanish speaking individuals too. But I know there are many who are on this call that do speak Spanish. So
right. And again, that's just these training programs. As I mentioned, Mark works with everyone, whether they're bilingual or not. And so he can pinpoint other programs if these two don't work with a client, then he can connect. We have partnerships with the Greater Chicago Food Depository, right? We have partnerships with other organizations, Heartland Alliance, with a lot of different organizations that have other job training programs that we would be more than happy to make that connection with. We work closely also with Daly Community College, and so we can connect with the manufacturing training program as well. So the connections are there. All it takes is either a phone call, a text, or just clicking that link and completing your information, and we would do our best to help in whatever way we can.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate that. Who's this? I'm getting messages all over the place. So that was again. Thank you, Griselda. Thank you, Robert. And I know we have KRA here. Is Nicole still online? Is Nicole? Nicole, are you there? You're on mute, Nicole. So. And Ron, I knew you was in the car. I appreciate you jumping on the line too while you were in the car. I appreciate that. Hey, Nicole. So,
hi.
I would greatly appreciate if you could talk more about KRA. Plain and simply. You do.
Okay. I mean, I think my boss gave a good job of presenting about us. What more do you need to know, sir?
You know what? I didn't even put 2 and 2 together because me and Pam talk. I kid you not, when Pam and I talk, it's almost like KRA and America Works 2 different things, like the way we talk about it. So no, kudos to Pat for making that transition, and that was phenomenal. So last but not least, I know one of the things that we do want to talk about, and I hope they're still on the line as well. MAHA, the Midwest Asian Health Association. Do not let that name fool you. They have one of the best therapists, in my opinion, in the city, who's an African-American woman. And I'll let Ricky, if he's on the line, or Vera Lynn, because my messages are being bombarded right now. I can barely keep up. But one of the barriers that hinder employment is mental health. It's something that we really don't talk about. It's something that gets brushed under the rug, but between mental health, we actually did a survey. Mental health, transportation, childcare, and confidence were the main barriers to actually getting employment. And that's something. I don't know who's snoring or. But yeah, we wanted to identify that as well. We wanted to make sure that people knew that we don't want to just give people jobs, but if we have the opportunity to partner with organizations that supply a need in the community, that we want to connect you with them. So see that Astrid or Ricky, is Maha on the line? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Ricky, are you?
Boris, can you hear me?
Yes, Ricky, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Ricky, can you please tell us more about Maha?
Sure. Actually, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ricky Lam. I'm from Midwest Asian Health Association. I used to work at another association in Chinatown area, which is Castle. Now I moved to MAHA. And MAHA, actually, we serve different programs in Midwest Asian Health Association. We call ourselves MAHA. We try to reduce the health disparities for some medically underserved, low-income populations in the Midwest area through providing culturally sensitive and linguistically appropriate services, which includes community outreach education, screening and immunization, linkage to care, mental health services, research and policy advocacy, and also employment program, just like me and my colleague, Sherry, working in this area. And MAHA collaborates with all CBOs, community-based organizations, healthcare providers, academic institutions, public health departments, and a lot of volunteers to help out to provide our programs to the community. Let's talk a little bit about my employment program, which is, we call it SMART program, Smart Match Employment Program. We supported with a milestone contract from Illinois Department of Human Services, IDHS, Division of Rehabilitation Services, DRS. The purpose of this program is we try to provide comprehensive employment assistance to low-income Asians and other minorities with mental health illnesses and developmental disabilities, which including intellectual disabilities. Customers work very closely with me and Sherry. We are both employment specialists. We call ourselves employment specialists or program coordinators to find and retain jobs that match their skills, goals, and interests. All services are free of charge if they are eligible and are individually tailored and culturally sensitive. So we serve most of everybody actually, not just Asian community, but any other community. Services including job matching, benefit planning. We work very closely with people with disability, Department of People with Disability, job coaching, job clubbing, pre-employment training, on-site job support, follow-up services. We try to retain help our customer to retain the job as long as they can, and linkage to public aid programs. As I just mentioned, we work very closely with Department of People with Disabilities. Mental health counseling. We have in-house counselor, which she is the expert in providing mental health counseling. And we also have connection with all psychiatrists, so we can also refer or work with our customer to get them good resources on psychiatrists, and referrals to other supporting services too. We are located in Chinatown area, which is intersections of Cermak and Archer. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation, now we are all working from home. So basically, because of the nature of the program, we try to do more in-person contacts and also virtual contacts with our customers. So although we are working from home, we're just working very closely with our customers with virtual services. So as I just mentioned, we are not limited only to Asian community, particularly for Chinese community, but also to all the communities in the city of Chicago. But the thing is, we have to work with Department of Human Services, Division of Rehabilitation Services. So customers that we work with has to be eligible and approved by DRS counselors. So if you have any customers who are facing the challenges of mental health illnesses or some developmental disabilities, you can contact us. Our phone number is 312-285-2316, but due to, as I said, due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation, we are now working from home. So you can also email me or Sherry. My email address is Ricky, R-I-C-K-Y, my last name L-A-M, one word, at MAHA, M as in McDonald's, A as in apple, H as a house, and A as in apple again, -us.org. And Sherry's email is Sherry, S-H-E-R-R-Y, and her last name is Moore, M-O-O-R-E, Sherry Moore, one word, at maha-us.org. If you have any questions, any referrals that you want us to follow up, please contact us. We are more than happy to help out or to serve whatever we can. Hi, Maris.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I'm here. That was phenomenal, and I appreciate it. And Sherry was the colleague that we also spoke about earlier, correct? I thought she was going to be on the line today.
Right.
I'd like to hear more from her. But either way, you did a great job, and I appreciate it because the one thing in our communities, whether African American, Chinese, whatever, Latinx, we have a number of individuals who have varying disabilities, but still able to work. And we need to highlight that. We need to make sure that they're able to work as well. And they may be even on this call. I know I do get emails from individuals who have that. And I will be passing along your information to them. And again, this will be on our social media, it'll be on YouTube, it'll be on our website under today's date if you go to our calendar of events. So give me until Monday for that part. But in the meantime, we actually are under time, which I appreciate.
May I add one more thing?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I just want to mention, maybe not to all the communities, but to Asian communities, some of the parents or the customer, they are afraid to step up to ask for assistance on working for the jobs and employment because of the mental health issues, challenges. So I encourage all our partners here today, or if they know someone or the neighbors or the friends or relatives, they face the challenges, the mental health illnesses or developmental disabilities, just step up and ask for help. They can always call for IDHS in the Department of Human Services, or go to CBOs like us, like MAHA, to ask for the help that we can work together. I think it is important for them not to afraid to step up, just come out and see what we can do together to make a change.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And it's not just about having a disability. This between COVID and just everyday life, quite frankly, it's difficult sometimes to actually muster through all of this. And this, even now, it's a shock to our systems. So if it's just a moment where you just need to clear your head and there's no time or space for it, your organization is doing a phenomenal job of that. Now, I'm glad that you're on this line talking about your services, you and Sherry both, and Vera Lynn even. I really appreciate you all, and I'm glad that you're opening your doors to all communities and not just one.
I'm sorry that I cannot, because of the technical problem, I cannot access the Microsoft Teams. I just use the phone conference features.
Nah, that's okay. That's okay. It's all right. We got you on the line no matter what. So what I'll be doing is I'm getting a bunch of emails. I'll be like I said, I'll be putting this on our websites. If you have any additional questions, some people actually if you want to, you don't have to put anything in the comments. If you have a question, just spit it out. Let's relax with this thing. Any questions? Going once, going twice. Thank you for keeping us under time, all of you. Thank you to our presenters. Thank you to KRA, Poder. I keep saying Potter, pardon me on that. Thank you to all of our partners, KRA, Poder, MAHA, American Works. I appreciate everyone who's on this call. If you have any questions, you can email me at M. Robinson. I will put that in the chat for you, mrobinson@lakesidealliance.com. I am accessible to you all. My email is in the chat. If you feel the need, you can actually text me as well. If you need I'm actually slower on text messages. But my number is in the chat room as well. All right. So please, if you don't have any questions, we're all good. We're done. No problem.
Thank you, everybody.
That was great.
And Ron, Mr. Robinson, may I talk? Is Ron still there or?
Ron left.
Oh,
Ron,
he left.
Ron left. He
I just tried to say hello to him, and okay, that's fine. Thank you so much, Mr. Robinson.
No, thank you, Ricky. I appreciate it.
To talking with you soon.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Thank you.